Fair Use Daily Reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. May 13th. The easier, softer way. If we skip this vital step, we may not overcome drinking. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 72. I certainly didn't leap at the opportunity to face who I was, especially when the pains of my drinking days hung over me like a dark cloud. But I soon heard at the meetings about the fellow member who just didn't want to take step 5 and kept coming back to meetings, trembling from the horrors of reliving his past. The easier, softer way is to take these steps to freedom from our fatal disease and to put our faith in the fellowship and our higher power. Courage to Change, One Day at a Time in Al-Anon, May 13th. I find it much easier to risk making decisions when I stop thinking about suffering the consequences and remember that I have the option to enjoy the consequences. Since coming to Al-Anon, I make my choices more conscientiously. I do whatever footwork seems appropriate and then turn the results over to God. The results are often quite favorable, even when they aren't. I can still celebrate the fact that I have done my part. For a long time, I avoided decisions because I was sure that there was some magical right choice that would get me what I wanted, yet I never seemed to know which choice that was. I waited until the last minute to decide and never felt good about my choices. Today, I know that choosing not to decide is to decide. It can be very liberating to make a decision. Once the choice is made, I can trust that the consequences will unfold as they should. With a slight change of attitude, perhaps I can wait them out with excitement and hope instead of fear and dread. Today's reminder. Today I will have faith in my ability to act. When the time seems right, I will make the best choice I can and allow myself to enjoy the results. There is a quote by Living with Sobriety, and it reads, "Sometimes our enthusiasm for change depends on our willingness to take a chance on tomorrow by risking what we have today." Just for today, Daily Meditations for Recovering Addicts, May 13th. Onward on the Journey. The progression of recovery is a continuous uphill journey. Basic text, page 83. The longer we stay clean, the steeper and narrower our path seems to become. But God doesn't give us more than we can handle. No matter how difficult the road becomes, no matter how narrow, how winding the turns, there is hope. That hope lies in our spiritual progression. If we keep showing up at meetings and staying clean, life gets, well, different. The continual search for answers to life's ups and downs can lead us to question all aspects of our lives. Life isn't always pleasant. This is when we must turn to our higher power with even more faith. Sometimes all we can do is hold on tight, believing that things will get better. In time, our faith will produce understanding. We will begin to see the bigger picture of our lives. As our relationship with our higher power unfolds and deepens, acceptance becomes almost second nature. No matter what happens as we walk through recovery, we rely on our faith in a loving higher power and continue onward. Just for today, I accept that I don't have all the answers to life's questions. Nonetheless, I will have faith in the God of my understanding and continue on the journey of recovery. Today, Emotions Anonymous. May 13th. Reflection for today. In reflecting on my childhood, I see how fear affected me and helped form my decisions to be a good person, an approval seeker, and to put someone else in charge of my life, someone I saw as stronger than me. At first, this was my parent. Later, it was my mate. Fear caused me to feel helpless, inadequate, and insecure. When I make someone else responsible for me, I have unrealistic expectations of those persons. They cannot possibly live up to them. I constantly set myself up for disappointment and hurt. I blame them when things go wrong. I may retaliate with anger or with emotional withdrawal. How much better for me to accept responsibility for my own happiness and to let go of expecting others to do for me what I need to do for myself. Meditation for today. May I realize that my strength must come from a power greater than myself, not from other human beings. Today I will remember faith lets us face our fears. Strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics, dysfunctional families. May 13th. Sense of purpose. Our experience shows that the steps are a proven way of life, yielding new meaning and a sense of purpose in one's life. BRB, which means Big Red Book, page 95. Did we save a life today? Did we smile or have a kind word for a stranger? We might not know if that stranger was in the midst of despair, wondering if life was even worth living. Could our simple act of kindness have brought even the smallest spark of hope to that person? We are not responsible for what others do, but we can consider the possibility that our recovery brings us new awareness of what is happening around us and the positive impact we can have in seemingly meaningless everyday contact. We go through each day deep in our own thoughts. Often we unwittingly avoid eye contact with others. Even if we are not having the best day, smiling at a stranger and perhaps seeing a smile returned feels good. Maybe we let the person in line behind us go ahead when we have a basket full of groceries and they have one item. Or we take a few extra seconds to make eye contact with the clerk and wish them a good day. These random acts of kindness can brighten someone's day and help us feel connected. We may never know the impact we make through our actions, even if we only spread a bit of joy in the moment. But it is worth the effort to carry this message of hope. The affirmation reads, "On this day, I will remember that what I learned through ACA and the steps is not just for me. My progress can affect everyone whose life I touch." This is DHB Recovery Network Daily Affirmations, Reflections, Devotions, and Meditations. I am Day. DAA are my initials. Please subscribe, like, share, and most of all, be the you that you are created to be, one day at a time.